Alright guys, we've got a quote here from Mrs. Burling. That, I consider, is a trifle impertinent expector. And we've got Mrs. Burling reacting here in a confrontational style that we're used to throughout the entire play with her, but when the inspector first arrives. She considers it really beneath her and her family to answer his questions and denies there would be any involvement of impropriety with her family and this working class girl completely. So, firstly, let's zoom in on some of this language. The dashes create pauses and show her perhaps confusion or perhaps confidence. We're not quite sure here, but she seems genuinely shocked that someone would accuse her family of anything. Again, we can really see that Mrs. Burling believes that the upper classes and the middle classes, they're not the criminals. The working class are. All right? We see that throughout the play, and you can see that in some of the link quotations there on the side. We've then got a trifle impertinent. Well, trifle means a little here. All right, but trifle also suggests something is unimportant. It seems to me that Mrs. Burling considers the entire investigation unimportant and silly. So, we've got a few things to pull out from that. Firstly, she might just think it's unimportant because there's no way her family could be involved. Or, even worse perhaps, we can think she considers it unimportant because this was just a working class girl who died. And therefore it's not really something that we should be too worried about. We then got the word impertinent. Now, impertinent literally means not showing respect to someone. But it often implies more than that. It often implies not showing respect to someone who is more important or has more authority than you. For example, a child could be impertinent to an older person. This suggests that Mrs. Burling thinks that she is more important than the inspector. And we already know about Mrs. Burling's strong belief in the class system, and some of that is popped down into the context box below. You will see impertinent is a word that's used throughout the play, and Sheila herself, as you can see in the link quotes box, says impertinent is such a silly word. Pretty much what the audience would be thinking about now when Mrs. Burling said this.